Morning, everybody. It's about 5:41 in the morning. About an hour to the market opens, or less than an hour to the market opens. So I'm gonna make this real quick. So listen up fast. You should already have your end of the week trading plan set. So what I'm about to do is just touch on some things real quick. So, all right. So we gotta go. Let's get it. Um, First up, of course, is going to be Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still positive. So you're okay there with Bitcoin. Next up is, oh, wait a minute. Let's get on our daily and make sure yeah, Bitcoin is still trying to push higher. Should open up above that um, resistance line there and try to push into the higher into the morning. Next up is oil, and oil still looking like it's running into some resistance here at this $71 area. Pre-market's pushing a little bit higher, so um, oil still looking like it wants to be bullish. All right, but be careful. We got overhead resistance. Next up is the E-mini S&P, and still trying to push past this area here. So keep an eye on that. Don't go too heavy until it gets above it and closes above it. Next up is our Ethereum futures, and Ethereum is trying to push higher along with Bitcoin. Okay, so but it still needs to get through this resistance area of our trade wins, but we also have this window it needs to close. So it may be wanting to go back and reconcile that window before heading on whatever direction it's planning on going. Next up is gold, and gold is still looking like it's running into some troubles here, getting a little bit of a sell signal also. Got some dojis in here after these big red bar here, and this green tried to push back up but couldn't take it out, and so we got a little choppy here, and pre-market like we might pull back a little bit too. So be careful with gold. We may get a little bit of pullback, and then so far it's making lower lows and lower highs. So be careful with gold in the pre-market. So you might be selling off in gold. Next up is natural gas, and natural gas is trying to push higher. Ran into a little bit of trouble at $4.47. Now it's coming back to retest for some support before trying that again. But natural gas is still looking bullish. Next up is the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ 100 is trying to push higher to retest this high here, or this resistance area here, and then after that we need to try to get above this. So in the pre-market it's taking a run at it. So we may be still bullish heading higher to retest. All right, so keep an eye on this area and make sure we don't take a big tumble like we did over here once we hit that. All right, we should only pull back to about in here. If we do fail here, we should only pull back to about in here somewhere. But we'll see what happens with that. Next up is silver. Silver's still looking bullish, so buy the dip. Next up is Dow, and the Dow is selling off. So be careful with the Dow. Got our moving averages rolling over. Today may be a sell off and then push up, but I would be careful trying to hold this over the weekend. Next up is Apple, and Apple is looking positive this morning, but we know the Dow is selling off, so we'll have to see what happens with that. So far it's been doji, fat doji, so we can't seem to get past this 246 area or 248, so I'm looking pretty weak on Apple, so I'll be careful with that one also holding it through the weekend. Most likely I wouldn't. AMC had a nice little push up from here, ran into some trouble and pulled back, so we got a moving averages coming up for some support. Got earnings coming up, so we'll see what happens with that. So let's get our. I thought I'd stop that, dang it. Sorry about that. Get rid of that. questions from that one. Okay, where's I going? Let's get to Chipotle. Chipotle had that sell off down into here, got some support around this $52 area. Now it's trying to push higher back up into here somewhere. I'd probably say about right in here should be where we run into some trouble and maybe pull back again. Right, but currently it's trying to push higher. I would be careful going too heavy into the weekend on Chipotle. But we'll see what happens where we open up at. Right now it's set to open up just below this line here. So we'll see what happens if it wants to continue higher or if it's going to try to sell off. Okay, but we may be getting a little bit of a dead cat bounce right in here right now because, we're headed down. It was a nice little push down we got here and got stopped right in here, which was our support area. So we're going to bounce back up, maybe come into here somewhere before heading back down even more. All right, so we may get a nice push today and into Monday, but I wouldn't overstay my welcome on that one. And then let's hit Corsair real quick. Corsair is still running into some trouble in this area. Pre-market got up above it, but it couldn't hold it, and it's back down in here again. So careful with Corsair. We may be getting a sell signal real soon in that one. And last but not least is going to be GameStop's got that push up again here. If we can get above that line this morning, it might want to continue to run. Rocket Lab is our last one, and Rocket Lab got a little bit of a bounce down here, and now it's coming back up. We'll have to see how high it wants to get it. It's going to run into some trouble up in here at 27.20, no doubt, because that was our support area, turn resistance. But I think our true support area is probably more of this line here at 28, but 27.20 is a resistance area, but I don't think it's as great. But anyway, we still got trouble up ahead, overhead, so don't overstay your welcome there either, because like I said, heading into the weekend, no telling what might happen this weekend, and you wake up Monday morning and everything is gone. All right, that's all I got. Be strategic. It's Friday, so you should have already had this week planned out on how you was going to end it. And that's all I got for now. I'll get back with you on Sunday. Make sure you turn it off on after the end of the day. And don't be messing around with this stuff. Enjoy your weekend. That's just advice for me. I'm just thinking out loud. You do what you plan on doing, and I'm going to do what I'm planning on doing. So, yep, that's all I got. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you liked. I hope you hit the notification bell. And I hope you subscribe. And I hope I got some good stuff for you and enough for you to finish your day and make it a good week. All right? That's all I got. Thanks. Careful out there. These markets are crazy.